Hello, I'm Michael R., the Forest Conservationist with the West Multnomah Soil and Water Conservation District. We all agree that trees are good for us and the environment. They absorb carbon dioxide, provide habitat for wildlife, and they even help us shade our houses and our streams. You may be thinking that you want to plant some trees, but you're not really sure where to start. Today, I'll walk you through the process. First, think about your goal. Are you just planting a few trees near your house, or are you planting 50 or even 100 trees in a gap in your forest? Think about how much space you have for these trees and how much light and water they'll get. Making these decisions will help you pick the right species for your project. So today we're planting a western red cedar seedling, and it should grow really well in this somewhat shady environment. Grand fir and western hemlock would also grow really well on a site like this. If you're not sure what to plant, contact your local Soil and Water Conservation District for some ideas. In this gap of the forest right here, we'll want to plant this where we're not too close to another tree, where we're not underneath of a power line, and also not too close to any buildings. Now that you have your plans, you need to decide which shovel would be the best to use for the project. If you just have a few trees that you're going to be planting near your house, or if you have a plant that came in a larger container where you're going to need to dig a larger hole, a garden variety shovel like this is great for that project. But if you've got a lot of trees you're going to be planting, it may be worth investing in a special tree planting shovel. You'll notice this has a longer, more narrow blade, and you can usually get these for about $35 online. So today we're planting a bare root seedling, which means our tree planting shovel is perfect for the job. To get started, you want to face the shovel towards yourself, and then you will step on the edge and push it down into the dirt a little bit. Then you'll rock it back and forth, push it down again, rock it back and forth, and keep doing that till you have the blade all the way in the ground. Once you do, you can pull the shovel back. There's a gap there where you can drop the roots of the seedling into that space. Then pull the shovel out, and you can step on the soil and push it down around the roots of that tree. A couple things you want to think about is you really don't want to get any J-rooting happening, which would mean that you've got the roots kind of twisted to the side. You also want to make sure that you're keeping your seedlings moist while you're planting. So only pull enough seedlings out of the bag that you can plant in a few minutes before you can just go to the bag and pull a few more seedlings out. And also only order enough seedlings that you can plant in a day or two. And finally, don't forget about maintenance. In those first few years while your tree's trying to grow, try to keep the grasses and the weeds away from your seedling. That'll really help those roots develop in those early years. Also, wildlife like deer and elk may want to come by and graze on your seedling. If you're really worried about that, put some tubes over top of it to protect the seedling from the grazing. Also, moisture can be a real concern. If you're near the house, it's great to bring the hose over and put a little bit of water on your plants. But if you're deeper in the forest and you're not able to do that, that's okay. Just the rain that we get should keep your plant plenty moist. If you're really concerned about it though, you can add some mulch around the bottom of the seedling, and that'll help hold in some of that moisture. Most importantly, you've done a great thing, and enjoy your trees. With enough care, they'll get really big and tall like this one. If you want any more information, visit our website.